Hey everybody, your pal Donnie Dow here. Today I'm in Brookshire Estates on Evansville's east side. Really pretty neighborhood with a pretty interesting story. So Roy Foster was a builder. He owned Foster Construction. He was actually head of the Metropolitan Board of Builders back in 1978. And he purchased 82 acres here on, at that point was the far east side. The city had just annexed this area, so this was farmland. And what had happened was a lot of builders had gone to build in Newburgh. And real quick though, look, I love that house. It's so interesting the way the styles kept changing a little bit. So, there was a heavy Tudor Revival influence at the time, and people just loved that home style, and they were kind of tired of the bi-levels of the 70s and wanted something a little different. So at any rate, like this next one coming up, you'll see with the windows and with the trim and whatnot, how they were really going for that Tudor look. But at any rate, so Roy Foster and plenty of other builders had been building in Warwick County in Newburgh, and the town of Newburgh had a low tax rate, still do actually, but what happened was it wasn't sufficient to keep up with the infrastructure needs of all the new development. So they passed some ordinances which the builders felt like were very unfriendly, and so they wanted to move back into Vanderburgh County. And then, like I said, Evansville had annexed this area, so it was now part of the city, so it was game on for a lot of the builders. So Roy Foster purchased these 82 acres and had plans of spending $17 million, which in 78 was a lot of money. It's a lot of money now, but it was really a lot of money then. And remember, average home prices back then were $30,000, $40,000, something in there. And, he was building these $150,000 up to $200,000 homes at the time. So it was really quite a development. These homes are gorgeous. They're large, most of them. A lot of Cape Cods, or Cape Cod type revival, Tudor Revival, American Foursquare, that type of stuff. And it's been really well maintained over the years. It's right by Plaza School, and it's a large family-friendly development. There's a lake, there's boulevards, etc. Interestingly though, the interest rates really went up, and so the development took a lot longer than he originally anticipated. He had a plan for getting it done in 6 years, and he had, without any advertising, pre-sold a lot of lots. And so the thought was, well, they'll knock it out in 4 years, maybe even 3 years. And it didn't quite work out that way. They were still selling lots in 1985. Of course, that was in a different phase of the development. But at any rate, this area is really well liked, and it's been really well maintained over the years. Just a lot of interesting homes and to look at and to enjoy. Even though my sister, my oldest sister, encouraged me, she now doesn't like it when I say you should deal with Donnie. Anyway, thanks. Take care.